Has this ever happened to you? You're hanging out in the park, minding your own business, when suddenly a time wizard appears behind you and sends you into the past, trapping you there until you complete the next great American novel. And hey, let's be honest, you didn't pay attention in language arts class, and now you're thinking you're going to live out the rest of your natural life as a dirty peasant. Well, when that happens, you're in luck actually, because 1,000 of you sick freaks wanted me to build a Chekhov's gun deck that could discreetly make any card on the battlefield my win condition. Now, of course, while you were laughing at me for that suggestion, I was in the library studying so that I could confidently say that this deck is a literary masterpiece. Now, of course, before we dive in, if you can't already tell, I'm kind of the most unhinged deck builder on the internet. So if you have a weird, wacky, silly, goofy idea for a deck, challenge me in the comments down below. The one with the most upvotes, I have to build. And while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Now, quick English lesson for those of you who don't know. Chekhov's gun is a narrative principle emphasizing every element in a story should be necessary, or a plot element introduced early in a story who doesn't pay off until later on. Something in Act 1 paying off in Act 3. And I bet you're confused. How are you going to pull this off? Well, I'm a genius, just like Doc Orlock, the grizzled genius. Green-blue, bear, druid, 2/3. Spells we cast from our graveyard or from exile cost 2 less, and plotting cards from our hand cost 2 less. That's right, plot. Just like, you know, how we set it up in Act 1 and it pays off later, that's plot, the literal Magic the Gathering mechanic, big brain. But that's not all, because foreshadowing is a literary device where hints or clues are given about events that will happen later in the story. Almost like foretelling what is going to happen, where I place it in exile and then cast it later. Big brain. But that's not all, because in literature, a flashback, also known as an analepsis, probably pronounced that wrong, is a literary device that shifts the narrative from the present to a past event, almost like flashback, the keyword on instant and sorcery spells, allowing us to cast them after we've already cast them, flashing them back. Big brain. But that's about it, because Doc Orlock gives you plot. He gives you foretell. He gives you flashback. Even adventures, you know, the whole thing stories are all about. That's right. He works with all of them. Thematic win after W. It all makes sense. But does that make this deck a literary masterpiece? No, not yet. So we're going to borrow a page from the most famous author of all time, arguably, William Shakespeare. That's right. I'm going to explain the cards in rhyming sonnet form. A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. Welcome, players, to the Globe Theater. This show's about to begin. Tinkali Hunter, a creature most beguiling, adventure forth to retrieveth prey, greater value gained from exiling. Once per turn, the cost for casting is nay. Our next card revealed, a Sage of the Beyond, provides a cheaper cast of number 2, a foretell card of which I am fond, and I'm sure you will be too. Catalyst Stone, a discount it does give to spells of flashback granted. In enemy's graveyard it shall live, for their spells have been supplanted. For these engines few and far between, insane value or ourselves we shall glean. The foretold soldier must be blocked if able. Damage dealt, now it becomes foretold. Consistent threat upon your table. Bandaged hands, icy grip, so cold. Mirror Hall Mimic, a creature spirit, enters as a copy it spies in battle. In death it disturb onto a creature near it. Herds copy tokens, made like cattle. Visage Bandit, a similar card to see. From jailer's cell, tangible he is not. Shape-shifting rogue form becomes copy. Nary forget the value of the plot. Good value to these our commander brings. For literary excellence, I should try other things. Because, let me be honest, who am I kidding? William Shakespeare is not the best author of all time. If I want to write the next great American classic, I gotta be like the great American classics. I gotta be depressed, like F. Scott Fitzgerald and The Lost Generation. So, just like Great Gatsby and The Green Light Let's look at some of our cool green creatures we have in this deck. Savvy Trader, 3 and a green. When Savvy Trader enters the battlefield, we'll exile target permanent from our graveyard. We can play that card as long as it's exiled. Could be land, could be anything. But most importantly about this card, spells we cast from anywhere other than our hand cost 1 less to cast. Plot, Flashback, Foretell, it all works. I love the Savvy Trader. Then, of course, we got the Battle Mammoth. Love this guy. It's a 6/5 trample. Whenever a permanent we control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, we may draw a card. It's card draw and cheap Foretell. We're basically only paying like 4 mana for it. I love it because it's 2 to Foretell and then 2 green because it's reduced. Anyway, I love the Battle Mammoth. It's good. Not as much as I love Railway Baller. He's 5 mana, but we can plot him for 2. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under our control, put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is its power. It's also got reach and trample. This Rhino Warrior is an insane engine in the deck. I love this guy. My main concern, though, of course, about writing the next great American novel is that the old themes aren't that relevant anymore. It's been like 100 years since The Great Gatsby. Themes like disillusionment with the American dream. Oh, okay, yeah. Or the limits of the American lower class to transcend their station of birth. Okay, it's actually still very relevant. I was worried for nothing. It's almost like these themes these authors were writing about allow us to connect with the past, like it's a flashback. But honestly, who am I kidding? F. Scott Fitzgerald, the greatest author of all time? Yeah, right. I gotta think bigger. Who's the most famous and well-known author of all time? It's gotta be Shel Silverstein, the man with the free foot pick on the back of his books, the man who wrote The Giving Tree, the best book in my opinion and in the minds of every child who's ever read it. That book is awesome. Now, just like Shel, let's talk about Flashback in chapter style. Chapter 1, Value. We got Scour All Possibilities. 1 and a blue. We scry 2, then we draw a card, and its Flashback is 5, but really only 3 because we got our commander. Then we got Otherworldly Gaze. What world are they coming from? I don't know, but I'm glad they're here. 1 blue, Surveil 3. Flashback, also 1 blue with our commander. Love that. Think Twice. 1 and a blue, draw a card. Flashback for 1 blue. It's cheaper to flash it back. Isn't that cool? We just draw a card. Then we got Moment's Peace. I like this card. It's 1 and a green, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. So 1 and a green the first time, and then just 1 green the next time. Thank you, Doc Orlock. Then we got Artful Dodge. 1 blue mana, target creature is unblockable this turn. It's got Flashback for the same cost. I just like it. It's cool. Making something unblockable is very nice. Deep Analysis, if you know what I'm saying. 4 mana, target player draws 2 cards. Flashback for 1 blue, pay 3 life. That's good. Drawing 2 cards is very nice. Chapter 2, Combat Tricks. We got Mass Diminish. 1 and a blue. Until your next turn, creatures target player controls have base power and toughness 1/1. That is very nice. Shrinks their board down. I love it. Very good. Flashback, obviously, for like 2. Then we got Increasing Savagery. It's 2 and 2 green. Put 5 +1 counters on target creature. Maybe the one we just made unblockable. Whoa, that's the plan. If it's cast from the graveyard, put 10 +1/+1 counters on that creature instead. It is Flashback for 7, but really only for 5. So that's pretty good. 5 mana for 10 +1 counters. I like ye. We got Visions of Dominance, don't we all? 3 mana, put a number of +1/+1 counters on target creature, then double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Then we can flash it back for 10, but reduced by X by the amount of mana, so like 2 and then another 2. So it's really only like 6 mana for doubling all the counters. Hey, you'll call it mid, I don't care. I think it's good. It's you got to have some story elements progressing. Vengeful Regrowth, 6 mana, return up to 3 target land cards from our graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Create that many 4/2 green plant warriors with reach. I like it. Flash it back. It's good. You get land, you get creatures. What more do you want? Roar of the Worm. Don't we all? I don't know what I meant by that, but I like it. It's a 6/6 and it's flashback for 2 mana. That's good. Chapter 3, Plagiarism. What do I mean by this? Well, just like any good author, we should copy stuff that other people have or that we have. Cackling Counterpart. 3 mana, make a token that's a copy of target creature we control. Maybe one of our good value creatures that we have. And flash it back for 5. Pretty cool. croaking counterpart. That's good because it's not only the stuff that we control, it's a target non-frog creature. It's pretty good. And it's a 1/1 green frog. Flashback for 3. I like it. You get a copy of their commander, maybe, and you can get 2. You can have both commanders. I like it. Self-reflection, besides the sick aura that he's got posing up on there. It's 6 mana, yikes, but flash it back for 2. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. I like it. You can get another cackling counterpart from it. It's good. Quick summary for the ADHD, because I'm sure you didn't like reading all that. Doc Orlock, Grizzle Genius, he does everything. He gives a special discount to basically everything. Plot, flashback, foretell, doesn't matter, adventures. And if he's gone, we can go looking through our value bin of creatures like Savvy Trader, reducing it. Like the Tlinkali Hunter, making it 0. We got the Sage of the Beyond, making it even less. And we can foretell him. And he's a 5/5 with flying. Copy this guy a bunch of times. Catalyst Stone, making flashback costs 2 less. So now they're like free, basically. We love to see it. We love to have it. We love to do it. Now, we've written some absolute heat, some absolute fire. That's the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you subscribe. If you want to support me, check out the Patreon, linked in the description down below. You get access to videos early, and you get polls, and you get to talk to me and stuff. It's cool. And we got a Discord linked in the description down below as well. It's free. Come and join, hang out. It's fun. And of course, if you have something you want me to build, challenge me in the comments down below. I have to build it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.